demanded an outrageous payment, and we parted ways with great ill will.
$29.99.
Excuse me, I have an important call to make.
Oh, really? I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it as soon as you turn around.
I have an important call.
Fine.
I'm on the phone right now with them. You can clearly see.
Where? Oh yeah?
I got something else to tell you.
I'm on to you. I don't hear you making any calls. Is Branford suddenly...
Gotta hurry.
Oh.
Gotta hurry.
Gotta run now. Gotta run now. It's Riley.
Yes.
Done.
Uh-huh.
Another case solved.
Oh, hi. It's you.
Okay.
It's good we met. Are you waiting for Warren?
We're going
No,
out.
I'm waiting for you.
Although I
Ew.
prefer to go with you to the concert.
Well, maybe when I finish this case.
I can hardly wait.
And by concert, I mean murder.
I found out a little more about the Peruvian expedition 20 years ago. Do you,
And you waited this long to tell me?
Mr. Alvarado?
No, not for a very long time, but we used to be friends. Why is he of interest to you?
The murders are all occurring within a specific
You're
group
dating
of
him,
people,
aren't you?
And Alvarado's part of it.
Yes. Yes, he is. Do you think he could be the murderer?
Well, I don't have any proof to that end.
Do you think then that it's a Koga Pachiros Indian curse?
I was gonna say Coco Pachuros.
Neither do I, but if our
I'm cuckoo
murderer
for
was
Coco
on this
Pachiros.
expedition, and if it's neither Warren nor myself, then it must be Alvarado.
Why
Even
should
though
I
it is
suspect
Warren
a
and
man
myself.
who lives in Peru of murdering people in New York?
I once was a man
Alvarado
from
was in
Peru.
town at the same time.
You
of
didn't
course.
know what to do.
What? In New York City? Are you sure?
He called me. I was
You're
frightened. He
right.
was trying to track me down.
Do you know where he is now?
He left a message.
He's going to the same concert. We're gonna pick him up at 8.
To Peru. I hope it's true.
Isn't that
We'll
convenient?
look into it. Do you have his address?
Well, he sent me a letter postmarked in Manhattan. Had a photo of his house in
Oh, no,
Cusco
that
in it
can't
with
be
the
it.
address and a note. I showed it to Warren this morning.
Could I
You
see
what?
it, please?
Well, here's the thing. There was a bit of a mess in the museum this morning. They were cleaning the showpieces that hang from the ceiling, and I had to literally push my way through between them. It must have been squeezed out of my pocket then.
Right. I'll find it.
Alright, time for the hanging Paris to get west. Yeah, okay. We're doing a walk casually.
I walk over here. to make a phone call.
She's calling the papers.
She's calling the museum.
Ruth? Nicole.
Yes?
I need you to check South American flights out of the country in the last 5 days.
Ooh, where are we going?
For Juan Alvarado, archaeology professor.
You misspelled
flying to
it
Cusco,
again.
Peru.
Okay, I'll get right on it.
Thanks, Ruth.
Professor.
As soon as I finish my Farmville plans.
Then they gotta clean these guys out in poker.
They killed the porter, didn't they?
He's still looking around.
Gotta hurry. No.
He's still looking in there?
Showpieces that hang from the ceiling.
Mr. Branford's waiting for you outside.
Thank you. I'll be leaving now. You're staying here?
Yeah.
This pavilion is
I'm
such a
taking the
magical
porter's job.
place.
You sound just like Alan. But I'm glad. It's a good thing.
Creating something like that must
It's a good thing for you to
require so
walk
much
around in a
thought.
museum alone.
And 20 years of hard work.
You've already walked out of the museum with
And
like
one day,
3 items.
Taquero arrived and wanted to destroy all this.
This again, eh?
I loved him so much.
No, in the beginning he even seemed friendly.
And then, he wanted
Charming,
to
even.
destroy your reputation, and you couldn't get rid of him. So he blackmailed you?
What makes you think that?
I found traces of a drug stash down there.
Such a dirtbag. He defiled everything with his dirty little hands.
So he came here to demand his blackmail money?
You know, during the expedition we found a couple of shells of insignificant value and some old Spanish coins.
And a
Back
lot
then
of
we were
heroin.
young and stupid, we invited tragedy. When the rain started and we realized we wouldn't be able to find the professor, we just wanted to get home as fast as
Washed
we
the
could.
heroin away. We couldn't track
And
him.
Vaquero said that because of the diggings, we would have to negotiate with corrupt pen pushers for weeks.
He helped you smuggle
So we
items
killed
out?
all of them.
Yes, Oh, they were objects of little significance, and I soon forgot about them.
It's like when you try to bring food through customs.
Did he also smuggle drugs inside exhibition pieces?
No, never.
No, that was
He
me.
pushed me to, but I never allowed it.
Did he pressure the others too?
I thought that he murdered them to get at me.
Why didn't you inform the authorities?
What are you talking about? I spoke to your man Chaser about the whole thing.
Dun dun
Chaser.
dun.
Yes, of course. Did you find the legendary city in the end?
Akakor? Well, we thought so back then, but we couldn't go back again. It all
We
seems
just found
like a
this
dream
Lego
now.
figurine in the middle of nowhere.
Last thing, are you sure you don't want protection?
Thank
Ooh.
you. No, this place
Are you
is
all
swarming
right?
with police. Now, if you'll
I don't
I have
believe
to
you.
make another phone call.
I don't believe you. Can we go in here now?
Oh, he's not in here. It's a phone.
Here, an antique house in
Here.
Cusco. Hence the dedication.
Huh.
There's one dedicated house.
An
Well,
Okay, well that was simpler than I thought it was going to be.
Yep.
Nicole?
Yeah, hi Ruth.
Alvarado left the country already. Hopped a flight to Peru.
Uh-huh, that's great, thanks. Listen, is the chief
Yeah,
there?
yeah, whatever. Anyway,
Not at the moment.
Anyway, did you
know
check the
what?
flight? That's what I just
Tickets on the
said.
next
Oh,
plane to
sorry.
Cusco,
I usually don't listen to the big...
Visas for me and Nick, and a hotel.
Be cheaper if you
Yeah,
share a
hotel
room.
for Nick.
Leave me alone.
Does Nick know about all this?
Not yet. I'll call him now.
Okay.
Are we going to
Thanks, Ruth.
Peru?
sweet. Are we actually gonna get a little more excitement here?
Like how she has to put the phone in her pocket and take it back out to dial a new number.
Please leave a message after the beep.
Nick, please exist.
Nick, we're going to Peru with this serial killer thing. Call
But
me
you
or
should know.
Ruth back ASAP. Don't let me down on this.
That will be so bad.
Just show up to the airport. You show them this picture. We want to go here.
I was hoping like a picture of Peru would be in our car. We just drove there.
I've been to Peru. It's actually quite nice.
Lots of heroin.
Yeah. It was just everywhere. It was like snow, I swear.
Ruth,
Oh,
dang it, Ruth, you're still playing video
everything's-
games.
Thanks. Has Nick called in yet?
No.
Is the chief back?
Yes.
No.
He's in.
Did you actually get the arrangement?
Ruth,
No.
look away from the screen and talk to me. Whoa, this is kind of creepy.
Shall we?
Hey, Nicole,
I've got a
does it
major
feel sexy
update
in
on the
here?
investigation.
I'm all ears.
I've established a few facts.
I'm
All
all
the
hands
victims
too.
were part of an
facts with
academic
these?
expedition to the Amazon over 20 years ago. Professor Dickinson, his daughter, and another student named Noel Richet all tragically died during the expedition. Our friend Hakiero
Most of them
helped
tragically.
evacuate the
One was kind of
survivors.
funny.
He also helped them smuggle some minor artifacts out. Of the entire expedition, the only currently living survivors are Warren, Branford, and Alvarado, who is now an archaeology professor living in Cusco, Peru. All are potential victims, and all are potential killers.
So I figure we'll just take
Well,
them all,
I don't
put them
have
in a
any real
room, and
strong
wait it out.
evidence yet, but all my leads come back to the expedition.
So something happened down there that
You just really
20
wanna go to
years
Peru,
later
don't you,
is
Nicole?
causing our
Yes,
wannabe
very much.
coordinates to rip each other's guts out.
Looks that way. I just don't know what the something is. So I'm gonna fly down to Cusco and talk with this Alvarado character.
I can't authorize that. They won't let me. It's about 4 countries outside our jurisdiction.
Okay, good. Someone else got
If
that.
he's not the murderer, he might open up to me. I've got a picture with
I know how to
the
work my
location he
charms
made
on
for
him.
Branford.
Can I see it?
I'll just use my magical hip thrust.
Well, well.
So maybe
looks like
I'll
it's
find
time
out
for
what
a
their
lap
little
dance.
rumble in the jungle was. But if Alvarado is the doer,
Then he had to have been up here for
Then
the
Warren
last
and
few
Brantford
weeks.
are going to be the
and so he
Deweys.
was.
Dewey.
This is getting more and more iffy. Well, we can ask the Peruvian police to do the interrogation.
Good, good.
Good idea.
I've got the feeling I'll have to go and do it in person.
Oh, but we'll have to
Forget about
program
feelings.
that.
We're dealing in facts.
Can you
Do
just
the
use
psychological
Skype?
portrait.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Our killer has a thing for middle-aged, physically fit males. He's of a similar
Whoa.
class and income as his victims, except for Tatum. Not sure why he got hit. So, let's say he isn't an acquaintance. Then he's
That's
most
'cause we
likely
killed
in
Tatum.
a position of public trust. Something he can use to get close to his targets. Policeman or priest, the usual candidates.
Museum
Even
curator.
someone like yourself, Chief, or our pal Brantford. As for motivation, I reject the ritual aspect. It's a cool gag, but ultimately just handy window dressing. However, the antique gold coins left with the bodies, that's a clear attempt at communication. Or the whole thing could just be Warren stripping down to a loincloth and slaughtering his old buddies.
No,
Warren
Warren.
in a loincloth? Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of Warren, I wasn't aware he'd asked you for help, Chief.
Well, Nick was
Yeah,
dealing with this
well,
case. He
funny
should have
story.
told you.
Meh.
Yeah.
Warren admitted to me that they'd smuggled out some minor artifacts. Did he say anything like that to you?
No, he was very careful with his words. And anyway, it was only a brief chat on the phone.
Maybe the stuff they smuggled out wasn't so minor.
So they found some really big treasure down there. Someone got stiffed at the share-out. And this is a 20-year late reminder?
20 years is a good amount of time for a prison sentence.
So he did 20 because he was framed. Well, that's a
Aha.
revenge motive. But what was he framed for?
We won't know until I go down there.
You're not going anywhere yet, Bart. Such a trip has to be well planned.
That'll take at least one more
There's
scene.
no time for that. We hang around with this, and who knows how bad this is gonna get.
Question
Won't
mark.
save anyone like this.
Listen to me. Listen, you can laugh, but I see a jungle city in
The
my
acting
dreams.
is just...
And at the
Oh,
top
it's
of
tearing
these
my heart
massive
out.
stone steps is a sacrificial altar. And the murderer's there, and he's gonna turn around any second. And when he does, pow!
Oh, for crying out
Right in
loud,
the kisser.
you're giving me dreams now. Go home.
said that with such
sleep.
enthusiasm,
Giving
Nicole.
you one day off. Make the most of it.
Chief!
Don't chief me. Just get out of here.
Chief!
Jesus Christ.
Well, you are the chief, aren't you?
Chief. All right, Chief.
All right.
I'm too busy
Chief.
right now. All
To Peru. No,
There's a
Ruth.
lot of dialogue in this last part.
So,
Ruth, come with
you
me.
flying?
Yes. Ta-ta. Woo.
You know what, Nicole?
I'm going to
Doctors
Neverland.
think Nick will be late for his flight.
Can't we just medicate him and wake him when he's needed?
Send him the address of some dusky cafe in Cusco. Maybe he'll drop by for a coffee.
Huh. Look, just make sure he gets everything he needs for the investigation.
Don't worry. I'll staple the notes to his head if I have to.
Ah, we're such good people.
Little do we know the horrors that lurk in the mind
I
of
made
Ruth.
a
Drugging
real
him,
ass of
stapling paper
myself.
to his head. We're such nice people.
We were gonna program different light levels for the mezzanine, but...
Chief
eh.
will can me if I take off down there. Be the shortest career in FBI history. Let it go. A man can only die once. Get packing anyway. Your destination awaits.
No! Bring that thing back to the hobbits!
I should do one more.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course we should do one more thing.
What shall we do today?
Here. An
Pack her things. Oh, is there something on the desk we need to take? Oh, that's cool.
Oh, hello.